on our last podcast, Adam, we outlined for everyone that Julian Lurie was going to have a role in the front office moving forward. We said, he's, we were hearing that he was going to have a job with the team. We had talked about the training that he had gone through, the 2-year rotational program with the NFL. And we had talked about even Jeffrey Lurie discussing that he's getting an education now for Julian, so that if Julian wants to take over, spoiler, he's probably going to want to take over, that he'll have the education that even Jeffrey didn't. So, and then I also mentioned, we had a discussion about it. I hope that the Eagles are transparent about it. Yes. If he has a title, they should come through it. And of course, Bo Wolf of The Athletic reported on Wednesday that indeed he does have a title, which is, as we can have fun with this, because what's title mean, right? We've been asking that for the last. Yeah,
exactly. Well, this is what, and by the way, we got, I'm going to say anywhere from 4 to 6 questions or comments from our show that dropped Monday morning on Julian Lurie, Alec Hallaby. Mm-hmm. One guy's super pissed off, not at us. He's not happy that. I
love you how to qualify that.
I had to, because we get some angry people, because people can't make up their minds with us. Like, they think sometimes we kiss Eagles ass, sometimes say we're too critical. They just can't make their minds. It's fine. We get a chuckle out of it. Hey, listen, at least you're compelled enough.
You're
to
listening,
right?
Exactly, right.
Right. It's all good. But this guy, he's like, this is what I was talking about Monday. To just answer some of your questions, just to clarify what I'd meant, we through our sourcing, and we've got great sources around the league of former people who work for the Eagles, or people who know their front office, they're just friendly with them, or the analytics people. We have, Jeff and I know some analytics people that know, they know Alec Hallaby, or they've gotten to know their people in the Eagles front office, whatever. Mm-hmm. They knew that Hallaby's going to get promoted. Like, this is not a secret to anybody who really follows the Eagles. But the thing that we didn't know Monday when we dropped that show is we knew Julian Lurie is going to be more involved. So you got the Athletic nugget, which dropped Wednesday night, that Julian Lurie's title will be, business and football operations strategy. I'm guessing he's some sort of a director. Might be. He's probably going to be a vice president. That do I know that 100% sure? No. But he's the owner's son, and eventually I think we could say he's going to take over.
Yes.
So you would think, based he's the owner's son, he'd be a vice president. That would make sense.
Well, I mean, maybe. Yeah, sure.
Right. Right. Well, whatever the case may be, as you said, you never know with these titles when they throw these around. Like,
right.
It's just easy. Like, anyone can have one. But Julian is a guy that what I'd said Monday, just to clarify, if he's going to be involved, he needs to really learn everything.
Yep.
But my one issue, and the issue that this guy emailed about, and this guy, I didn't respond to him, but I'll respond to him now. And he and I agree on this. I forget what the guy's name was, but if you're going to get involved, don't disrupt what's been going on in the last 2 seasons. They've drafted, okay, we know that they haven't played this season. Mm-hmm. You and I have gotten a lot of comments on their last 2 drafts. Like, we JJ Arcega-Whiteside, we got a lot of negative information on the Arcega-Whiteside pick back then and since then. Jalen Reagor, it's funny, he hasn't done much at all, but we got some positive. In fact, we got a lot of positive comments on the pick. But what we got was he should have gone later. We couldn't find anyone at a first-round grade on him. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's fine. So the 19 and 20 draft seems rather dubious, particularly 19. But the 21 draft got off to a very good start. Okay. 22 draft, rave reviews. Even the Calcaterra kid who had the concussion issue that's coming back, guys we talked to around the league like his tape. So we'll see. He's only a 6th-round pick. He still needs to make the team. But we're not, when we get negative stuff, folks, we give it to you. We don't choose sides. We just tell you what's positive and negative from our sources around the league. So
sure.
My issue with this Julian Lurie thing would be this. If he's going to disrupt what's been pretty good the last 2 seasons, and as one former Eagles football scouting source over the last 10 years said to me, actually, I wouldn't say 10 years, probably last 5 or 6. Guys know he's somewhere else in the NFL. He said, look, if you're going to make this like the Browns, I'm paraphrasing. This is a phone call I had a week or 2 ago because he knows what's going on. Mm-hmm. That if you're going to make this like the Browns under Sashi Brown, they're 1-31. And I took note of that. I'm like, I know what you meant. And Sashi Brown's now, ironically, the president of the Ravens after moving to the Washington Wizards in basketball. But
yeah.
But the thing is, Sashi was not a football guy. He was an attorney, and he was to drive home the analytics stuff with Paul DePodesta, who, by the way, hails from Newtown Square, PA.
Mm-hmm.
But so if Julian is going to change things here, that to me would be, if I'm an Eagles fan, that's the thing you got to pay attention to. And Jeff and I will dig on this. We've been on this thing for a couple of weeks, and when we drop the show Monday morning, people wanted more information, but we give you what we have. We don't.
Right.
We know he's coming in, but we don't know what exactly he wants. Like we think it's going to be more analytical, but what does that mean? We
also don't know how much power at this point he has in this position. Howie Roseman is still leading the front office. So that I agree. I think everything you're saying makes really good points, and we'll have to kind of see what his presence is, how much power he actually does have, and then going forward, how quickly he increases.